In 1990, two men dressed as police officers walked into a Boston museum and walked out with $500 million in art, 13 masterpieces, a Vermeer, 2 Rembrandts, gone in 81 minutes. More than 30 years later, not one piece has ever been found. And on the museum walls, the empty frames still hang, exactly where the paintings used to be. The Isabella Gardner Museum sits in the heart of Boston, a collection built by one woman to look like a Venetian palace. On the night of March 18, 1990, just hours after the city's St. Patrick's Day celebrations, only 2 young security guards were on duty. Neither had any idea that the largest art theft in history was about to walk right through the door. At around 1:20 in the morning, 2 men in police uniforms pressed the buzzer at a side entrance. They said they were responding to a disturbance. It was against the rules to open that door, but the guard did it anyway. Once inside, the men told him there was a warrant for his arrest and lured him away from the only alarm button in the building. Then they handcuffed him and his partner and marched them down to the basement. With the guards taped to pipes in the cellar, the thieves had the museum to themselves. For 81 minutes, they moved through the galleries. In the Dutch room, they cut 2 Rembrandts and the Vermeer straight out of their frames. A crude, damaging job that told investigators these men were not careful art handlers. The museum's own motion detectors quietly recorded their footsteps, room by room. In the end, they took 13 works. Vermeer's The Concert, one of only about 34 Vermeers on Earth, and today, the most valuable stolen painting in the world. Rembrandt's The Storm on the Sea of Galilee, the only seascape he ever painted. A Manet, 5 sketches by Degas, an ancient Chinese bronze beaker, and, strangely, a small bronze eagle from the top of a Napoleonic flag. They walked past a Titian worth more than all of it. The thieves made 2 trips to their car, and by just before 3 in the morning, they were gone. The guards stayed handcuffed in the dark for hours. It was not until the morning shift arrived, around 8:15, that anyone realized what had happened. By then, the trail was stone cold, and the most valuable art in the building was somewhere out in the world. What followed was one of the longest investigations the FBI has ever run. Agents chased the paintings across New England, down to Philadelphia, and even overseas. Suspects were named year after year, most of them tied to organized crime. But the art never once appeared on the market, never sold, never surfaced. One by one, the men police suspected began to die, taking whatever they knew with them. And here is the detail that makes this case unlike any other. When Isabella Gardner died, her will demanded that her collection stay exactly as she had arranged it, forever. Nothing could be moved. So, today the empty frames still hang on the gallery walls, right where the stolen paintings used to be. They are a memorial and, the museum hopes, a space held open for the day the art comes home. The stolen works are valued at around $500 million, making this the single largest property theft in recorded history. The museum has offered a $10 million reward, the biggest ever put up by a private institution. And there is a twist in the law itself. The statute of limitations on the theft ran out years ago, which means the paintings could, in theory, be handed back with no charges for the crime at all. So, who did it? A local crew that got lucky? An inside job? Or a collector who simply wanted these masterpieces for a wall no one else would ever see? Most investigators believe the art is still out there, hidden, waiting. What's your theory? Put it in the comments. And this is far from the only masterpiece that vanished without a trace. That story is next on The Crime Vault.